A very pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the People's Forum of In the Streets with Big Stone. Murder suspect bull chopped to death by angry mob in St. Anne. Mob justice was swift and bloody for Orville Booth Scarlett of Watttown in St. Anne, who was chopped to death by angry resident of his community on Friday morning. Detectives assigned to the St. Anne Police Division are investigating the circumstances surrounding the death. Scarlett was named as a person of interest in Tuesday night's murder of his common law wife and a woman's child in Linton Park, St. Anne. An appeal was issued for him to turn himself over to the police. Reports from the Watttown police are that about 1:45 a.m., Scarlett was attacked by a resident who chopped him several times. The police were summoned and he was seen lying in the back of a yard with chop wounds all over his body. He was taken to the St. Anne's Bay Hospital where he was pronounced dead. The police are working assiduously to bring closure to this matter. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, you must have heard the news of what happened to this beautiful mother of three children who was actually walking home one evening when she was attacked by her ex-lover and chopped to death. Her 10-year-old son was also chopped to death. Her 12-year-old son was also chopped, and her 7-year-old daughter escaped without harm. Also to report to you that two people was actually taken into custody in regards to Yatania Francis murder. One is still in custody and the other was released. But to report this, the one that was released, as soon as he got back to his community, he was shot over 8 times and is in a serious condition in the hospital. Why I'm reporting this, ladies and gentlemen, is just to keep you abreast with what is happening here in Jamaica. Swift and fast justice is what some of the communities are actually doing at this time because they're fed up. They're fed up to the point where they report these things to the police, and some people are tight-lipped, some people don't want to get the police involved. But they figure jungle justice is something that they can do and look forward to doing whenever there's problem in the communities. A lot of people also, especially vloggers, have been crying for the area dons to be more active. I've heard some people saying that the area dons of today are not being active because they don't want to be discriminated against. For example, if an area dan pursue a matter that should have been dealt with by the police and the situation is handled well, there can be repercussion on its part. So most of the area dan are staying low and they're not trying to get involved with community issues because the government is saying that they should eradicate all area dan. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Jamaica is our country. We need to live together, learn to live together, learn to work together, learn to party together without having to carry out these vicious attacks on each other. It has been said that once there's a trend happening in Jamaica, people follow suit and do the same thing. A 66-year-old farmer, and let me see if I can find this, a 66-year-old farmer, ladies and gentlemen, was actually stabbed to death in her own community. Let me read on just a little bit and keep you posted as to what is happening. 2 days after a woman was found with her throat slashed and her body stuffed in an igloo in Manchester, the police there investigating another brutal murder of a female. The latest victim has been identified as 66-year-old farmer Winifred Elliott of New Forest District in the parish, who was also knifed to death. Reports said that the woman was found with multiple stab wounds in her house on Thursday morning. The findings again left residents of the parish on edge and in grief. Only days earlier, the body of a young woman was found with her throat slashed inside of an igloo along the Winston Jones Highway near Mandeville. The Mandeville police reported that in case about 1:25 a.m., a mobile team saw a grey Toyota Starlet parked on the roadway with the front doors open. Checks were made and the body of the female with its throat slashed was found wrapped in a sheet and stuffed inside a cooler on the back seat of the vehicle. The scene was processed and the body removed to the morgue, pending identification and a mortem examination. The body of the victim is described as being of brown complexion, medium build, about 168 centimeters, which is about 5 feet 6 inches long, with tall natural hair. The woman appears to be in her late 20s, the police said. Detectives assigned to the Manchester Criminal Investigation are seeking the public's assistance in identifying the body. Jamaica, we don't need to go through this day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out. We've seen what happened to over 1,618 people last year. We have also known that over 7,000 people was actually shot. So in spite 1,618 people were killed, over 6,000 people were shot. Can you imagine how much people have been shot and survived this year? The hospital, especially the blood bank, is in short supply of blood because there's a lot of bloodletting and people need to be refilled with blood in order to spare life. So all we can say is walk good, live good, learn to bury your differences, small differences. You can just reason that out with each other. And guess what? Because have a great Jamaica. You know, we need to just stop this. It has been too much on us, too much on the children, too much on the older folks. So I'm just reporting this just to keep you abreast of some of the things that is happening in Jamaica as we speak. Or women are being targeted. So women, be on the lookout. Children, make sure you're going early. Get off the street. No after playing from school. Make sure you be vigilant people in your community as to who come in and who goes out from your community. Thank you very much for watching, and I do hope you can have a great day. Thank you.